Now I get to drink my cacao out of this. Oh.
Well, that resourceful, Trevor.
I forgot my cup today.
It's the new, we don't want to say punishment, but we're making do with what we have, and Trev forgot his cup.
So future guests, I guess, if they forget their own cup, that would be the punishment.
Yeah.
You drink out of my shoe.
A shoey almost feels wrong to put nice cacao in, but hey.
Hey, this is quality, I'm pretty sure, Chinese rubber right here, so there's no way this is going to melt or have any kind of toxins or anything in it.
Sustainable.
There's no way.
I make some every week, but Trev and I were doing coffee, but I was laughing this morning. I was like, every time afterwards, when we drink our coffee or cacao, we just want to get the hell out of here.
Hands are shaking.
Yeah, and our hands are shaking like this. So I'm like, we don't actually enjoy it. So maybe this morning we'll have it beforehand, actually,
and savor it.
Yeah, for a minute or two.
Good call.
Before we get in there.
Nice.
It was interesting yesterday. I don't know if you listened to that podcast, Trev.
The
full
Huberman
2 hour.
one?
Yeah.
I listened to half of it, yeah.
I'm pretty far into it now, but it was really interesting to hear how he had said how much it slows your cognitive function down, actually.
Really? Yeah. I didn't
like,
catch that.
For even use of big words or ideas or anything like that. Or more speech, sorry, but...
like in the moment, you mean?
Yeah, because of what your body's going through.
Well, it makes sense, I guess, right?
Totally. All your energy is being put elsewhere, so your cognitive functions start to slow down, but that's why you said it. For people that do it consistently, it's actually really quite amazing survival training, right? Because if you ever were to get in a situation like that, you could continue to think clearly.
Yeah.
If you become calm in it.
Yeah.
And not especially what we're doing. We're having conversations in it. Yeah. Right? And we're continuing to use our speech, and hopefully some of it makes sense.
I
you ever watched any of our videos after we posted? Are they in English?
Sounds like English parts I was listening to, so we're good. You know who I've been enjoying watching on YouTube lately is Russell Brand. He's got his own channel.
Great.
And he's just like, I really appreciate him because he seems to really he'll at least voice every side of the view of a situation. He's very objective, and he's not saying one's right or wrong. He likes to explore stuff a lot.
Yeah.
I've been really enjoying it.
I follow him on Instagram and watch him through there, and
cool.
For a long time. I love him.
Yeah,
especially with what's been going on in the world, and he's always on politics and stuff, and he just gives a good. Of course, you can tell what his side is. But he gives a great. And he's using
he puts all of his sources on there, which I appreciate as well, right?
Well, and that's rare to see for someone that's a celebrity to use their platform for something like that as well.
Absolutely. He's actually doing it literally just for what I see as the good. Like, I don't see how he's benefiting other than just sharing information with people and trying to keep, censorship away in the wrong ways, right? Yeah, anyways, he's at the point where he's putting up a new one every day, or sometimes even 2 a day right now. And I'm like, dude, you're awesome. Because it takes a lot of energy to do that.
Absolutely.
Right?
Totally.
So,
We need more laughter in this world, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. And he makes me laugh while I'm, getting education time. That's what I love about it. He's great. Here we are.
So our land's disappearing. This looks similar to last week.
Yeah, it does.
It rains too much, actually.
Not a ton. Looks like somebody threw a couple of seats in the water now, though.
Yeah. You knew I forgot that chair.
Yeah, there you go. You can roll one of those in with you.
Right there.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm good. My toes are in it.
Yeah.
Now we go right over by that tree.
By that tree, yeah.
Back up.
Yeah, I recognize the background.
Yeah.
Kind of that little spot right where it slows down a bit. It's going to be good.
Beautiful.
So you were saying on the way over, you were up at Big White skiing yesterday, right?
Yeah, it was amazing. There was 12 centimeters that dumped on Monday, but it was really windy on Monday. And then the following day, Tuesday, it was still snowing. So yeah, we were just crushing it. Powder chair run after run, and I met some really nice tourists from the Netherlands that were heading home the next day. They love the champagne powder up there. Yeah.
I haven't been up there yet.
We got to get you up.
I know, I got to get up there.
Free passes till Sunday.
Gonna have to make the space and time for
part
it.
Part of our 23rd, maybe we do an adventure day.
That's true. That's true.
You know, biggie in the morning, e-foiling after that.
Back to the river in the evening?
Oh, wow. Something, yeah. Or throw a big hike in there with a nice view for sunset.
It's a powerful day.
That is a powerful day.
A nice meal somewhere in there.
Oh. Sounds like it's already happened. Who are we to deny it?
A bro venture day.
All right, speaking of bro venture, let's get in.
Giddy up.
We'll do a little breath, and then we'll do some cacao afterwards instead of beforehand this time. So first, just settle into your chair a little bit. Have a look around. The point of our breath here is just to allow us to actually arrive where we are. Let any other thoughts wash away down the river. To close down our eyes. Again, just really settle into your chair. I want you to start to take in the sounds around us. Not only the sounds, but I want us to feel the connection with nature, the flow of that river, which we're about to dive into. Take a couple conscious breaths in and out. What we're going to do here is circular breathing or conscious connected breathing. So we're going to be taking a breath in, no pause at the top, and then a breath out, no pause at the bottom, and keep that motion going. Now you can keep the breath nice and gentle if that's how you're feeling today, or if you speed it up and force it a little bit, it's going to create more heat in your system. Whatever you're feeling this morning is allowed. You can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, or you can keep it all through the mouth. We're going to do about 25 breaths, and then I will let you know, and then we're going to release and do a hold at the bottom. Again, I will guide this, and then I will guide when to breathe back in, and then we're going to do a hold at the top. So let's begin our first breath in 3, 2, 1. Okay, what I want you to do is you continue your breath in and out at your own pace, as I want you to begin to set your intention. Why did you come here today? What within inside you made the decision, gave you the urge to want to arrive today? Is it simply to challenge yourself, to get outside your comfort zone? Or is there something deeper that you want to explore? Maybe let go of? Maybe just say out loud. I want you to harness that in as you continue your breath. And as you breathe in powerfully, I want you to feel your intention coming into your body and coursing through your veins, that positive intention. As you breathe out, anything that does not serve you is coming out, is flowing into the air, and the wind is carrying it away, is flowing into the river, and the river is washing it down. Your breath in is power and light. Your breath out is anything that doesn't serve you is gone this morning. Any distractions, any darkness, any negative thoughts. On your next breath out, I want you to hold. Blow all the air out and hold at the bottom. Now feel the activity in your body and your connection with nature around us. Embrace the silence. And in 3 seconds, I want you to blow the rest of the air out of your belly. Do a powerful breath in. Rising up your spine, lift your head, and hold at the top. Harness that power. Feel the intention again of why you arrived today. And in 3, 2, 1, release everything. And just sit and relax. Let everything digest. And if nothing came to mind during that, that's exactly how it should be. There's no pressure to the breath. There's no pressure to meditation and thought. Every time is different. You just accept and surrender to each unique experience. Grateful and appreciative for you guys allowing me to lead that session. And coming and challenging yourselves today and sharing in this experience. Place one hand over your heart for gratitude that we even woke up today and are allowed and capable of breath. Filling our beings with love and leading with love is the way we always win together. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and arrive again. Time for some cacao and cold.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
That was literally what was in my head. It was this gratitude for waking up.
Yeah. The little things we take for granted, right? It's important to appreciate that every single day.
Now I get to drink my cacao out of this. Oh,
Well, that resourceful, Trevor.
I forgot my cup
Yes.
today.
It's the new, we don't want to say punishment, but we're making do with what we have, and Trev forgot his cup.
So future guests, I guess, if they forget their own cup, that would be the punishment.
Yeah.
You drink out of my
I think
shoe.
a shoey almost feels wrong to put nice cacao in, but hey.
Hey, this is quality, I'm pretty sure, Chinese rubber right here, so there's no way this is going to melt or have any kind of toxins or anything in it.
Sustainable.
There's no way.
This is happening. This is real right here. Nothing like some, some nice Guatemalan cacao.
Oh, geez, was I supposed to clean that out before I do that?
All right.
All right. Well, that might cool it down actually a little bit earlier. Oh, the coconut milk. That's the kicker right there.
Sweetened it with some honey too, and a little touch, like a splash of vanilla.
Yes.
It brings the cacao to life a little more.
Yeah.
There's cayenne in there, dude. It kicks the system.
You can taste all of it.
Good.
A little kick at the
I
end.
could use some cayenne right now.
You guys want to try this one? I think it's got a little different flavor profile.
I'm getting notes of ceramic over here, but
Right?
it's a little bit steely, and yours is a little bit rubbery.
Rubber-based.
Yeah, like fresh garden hose, kind of.
There you go.
That's
Fresh cut garden hose is what you're
chef's palate over here.
Fresh cut garden hose. That's pretty accurate.
I've actually heard people use that as a wine tasting note. I'm not joking.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you hear
Sounds
things
like a Kelowna thing.
like forest floor or like soldier's boot, but I've heard fresh cut garden hose.
Soldier's boots got to be a red.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like that'd be like a dirty, probably a Spanish red, like a dirty Spanish red.
And you're a chef as well, right?
Yes.
So you know these flavor profiles. You think we're joking around here, but we're actually serious.
Yeah, we are serious.
Yeah. Actually, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what the heck are you doing out here, man?
What am I doing out here? I am enjoying some cacao. No, what am I doing out here? This is where I grew up in the Okanagan, so I'm on the west side here, West Kelowna. But I used to work as a chef a long time ago. I have a red seal as a chef, so in Canada that's the official certification. I've also worked as a general manager, so I also know a lot about wine. But now I'm doing something totally different. I have a company that manufactures electric hydrofoil surfboards, e-foils. And Trev's been on an e-foil.
Yeah.
Mike, you know a little bit about e-foils too.
I've them a couple times.
Yeah, just
you guys
once or-
were my coaches.
Yeah.
Equally solid advice too, might I say.
And Trevor, you were very brave to try e-foiling 2 weeks ago. Like, you know, it's February. It's February,
yeah.
you know, it's Canadian winter.
Gives you motivation to get above the water pretty quick.
Yeah. This
you're
was
gonna-
preparing me for it, there's no doubt.
You're going to see the next time you go, it's so much easier
Yeah.
than your first time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that's how I described it even when I did the Google review. It's a bit like riding a bike, right?
No,
You start. Yeah, that first time, there's elements of it that's similar to surfing or even just standing on a paddleboard, like just the balance of it. But the little bits of advice that both of you guys gave me, just about foot positioning and honestly, just kind of letting go too. You always want to try and muscle everything, right?
Big time. Yeah.
And you start letting go, and all of a sudden it just happens. It's funny how that is, huh?
Best piece of advice, big time, is
Yeah.
you know, we get constantly, same in the flyboard world, it's we get people that, you know, are tense or big dudes that come and, you know, they're used to, seriously, muscling is the perfect word, and trying to perfect every little bit of it. And then, you know, this scrawny little friend that's more timid kills it because they actually listen to relaxing and surrendering and letting go and go with the flow of the experience, and they do better because they're not trying to perfect it, and 100%.
Well, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, and totally bringing some sexism into this, guys, sorry. But whenever we bring out male-female couples, and Mike actually is the one that even shared this with me, the wife always gets it first. They always learn it way faster because us guys, we think we know everything.
The ego of the male always dominates. And they're like, oh, I got to do this. I got to nail it. I got to perfect it.
I know what I'm doing.
The bravado. And then I was like, that's not what I was going to say, but I toned it down as just like the timid other individual, but it's so true. The wife always, you know, the female always is way better, and that's absolute, you know, pro and huge compliment because, you know, what the male is pulling from in that scenario is ego, bravado, trying to perfect, and it's
100%.
clouding an experience that they could actually do amazing at.
Yeah.
Earlier, until instead of at the last 5 minutes when they find the release and they're like, oh yeah, I should have done that, you know.
And whether it is a woman or anybody, but it's the people that are able to take coaching and, you know, ask the right
That's
questions.
why kids tend to do better because they're sponges and they actually listen.
Absolutely.
They don't have that 25 years of other experience that tells them I can figure this out because I've wakeboarded or I've snowboarded or I've whatever. They say, okay, I'm going to listen to my instructor and nail it.
Yeah. I got a feeling our foundational message from this episode is going to be exactly that. It's just that let go of what you believe to be true and just surrender to what is, and take the coaching. That's the other thing I know.
Yeah.
I'm not immune to that either. We all are. All a little bit guilty.
Yep.
Oh,
There's a lot you can learn from the e-foil world. And will serve you in the river and every single day.
And there's a lot we're going to learn from the water today. So, without further ado,
let's get wet.
Welcome to the cold plunge, Ruth. Oh, you learn something new every single time. Bring your damn robe.
Right?
Again, Mike. Just got to keep leveling up this experience.
Right?
we need rope sponsors, we need tube sponsors.
There you go.
Yes.
I want a nice fake fur robe at the end of this. Here.
Cups, shoes. I think we could probably get away with a shoe sponsor.
Sorel could definitely sponsor us.
Sorel.
Brought to you by Sorel.
Yeah, we'll tag them all. Make sure they know what we're doing here.
Hey, air temp showing is 9 degrees.
9
Huge
degrees.
upgrade from our first episode of -6.
Balmy.
Yay. We're holding at 3.6 degrees. So
Oh.
0.1 drop from last week. So the ice is melting.
All right, you ready for this?
Yes. I can't wait.
No hesitation. I was just thinking, should we have that on this video? We should have just recorded what we were talking about. This water gets
the grower, not a shower.
the grower, not the shower. Yeah. So see if you can decipher our code here. But this water is extremely cold, and
I thought it would be good to get the pepper shaker out, if you know what I'm talking about.
yes, no judgments, and there won't be any proof of any of this on the video. But those of you that know.
Muito frio. Ready? Okay. I'll try to move a little closer here.
Scooter in, Mike.
All right, ready?
All right.
And we're here.
Remember the breath.
Another beautiful cold plunge morning with special guest and chef and entrepreneur and e-foil extraordinaire, Taylor C.
Hello.
Deep breaths, brother.
Super happy to be here.
Deep breaths. All right, I didn't tell you this, Taylor, but or anybody that's watching, but super appreciative of you giving me all your gear when we went out e-foiling a few weeks ago. He hands me his wetsuit, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, there's a hole in the ass. This is payback. This is payback."
Feels like there's a big hole in my wetsuit. Oh my God. This is really cool.
It's not cold.
Holy
Deep breath. You though, we're about 60 seconds in though. That body's gonna numb out pretty quick.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm already feeling it.
Yeah. Nice, deep, long, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Put your hands above if you need to.
Holy God.
You're killing it. Yeah. Big hole in your wetsuit today. Tell us what you're feeling. What are you going through? Walk us
Just
through.
struggling to connect my brain to my to being able to speak properly. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
a challenge.
It's a new element. It's
Oh, I've never done this before.
your fight or flight is telling you everything in the world is wrong with this right now, and so you're working slowly to calm yourself. Arrive right here.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're through it. You're
why
through
it's
it.
so hard for me to gather my thoughts, but it's tough.
Everything in your being is telling you to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to run. I
You're in
wanted to run.
trouble. It's a red alert in your mind
I
right
wanted
now,
to run, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
massive that you're still even sitting here right now and give yourself.
I'm actually kind of like I'm not even seated right now. I'm kind of like in this position where I'm like ready to run. Like I'm not even in my chair right now. Oh.
That's the literal fight or flight in motion,
Oh my
physical
God.
motion. But it's interesting though too, we were talking about Andrew Huberman's solo episode talking about the benefits of cold plunging, and he was speaking about walls. The first wall is, I'm getting in this damn thing. As soon as you break through it, you broke through one wall. The second wall is actually sit down and feel that first instance where you want out, right?
Oh, that is a challenge.
Every time there's 3 walls, and once you break through the 3 walls, you've had an effective cold session.
Yeah. So we're past wall 2. This is wall 3.
Some expedited walls. Maybe they were put together for you this morning.
I don't know why it's so much easier to keep my arms out of the water, but it is.
No,
I don't know why. It makes a huge difference for
Keep it
me.
out.
Huge difference.
Keep it
Yeah.
out.
Oh,
It's a win.
God, it's wild. It's a bit of a barrier you got to get through there. It's really hard to explain what's going on, or what was going on for me when I first sat there, but I didn't even have the energy to say anything for that first minute. It was tough. It really was. Oh man, I don't know what could prepare you for this.
I'll tell you, our guest last week was she has a lot of breathwork experience and doesn't do the cold plunge, and that was one tool we've now learned was very impressive because she was able to calm her mind. And again, a lot of meditation, a lot of but without getting in the cold itself, we've learned that's a massive tool. But yeah, other than doing it, it's like going to the gym and trying to lift 4 plates on either side when you've never benched, right?
Yeah.
You're bound to push and pull and battle in your mind and try to figure out, why can't I do this? Why can't that's
that was a serious challenge to get through there, and I'm trying to think of what I've done in my life that I could compare this to. It's really hard to think of something. It took a lot of gumption to get through that first minute. And, it's really easy to be present in that moment. I don't know if I was thinking about anything in that moment other than running.
That's some of the beauty of it, right?
Yeah.
You're nowhere else in the world but right here, right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and where can we take that in every aspect of our life, including what we were saying earlier about the e-foils? Like, anytime you try something new, there's this natural tendency to want to just kind of muscle your way through it, or figure that, I don't even want to say mind over matter, because that feels like you're trying to muscle something too, right? There's something to be said about just surrendering to the what is.
Yeah. Surrender.
Just sit into it.
Surrender is the best word that I can think of there, and like just letting go, not knowing, like before I came here, like I had all these ideas and thoughts, even in the shower this morning, what do you expect, right? But sometimes when I've had great meditation in my past, I try and just think about what I don't know, or try and explore the space in my brain that doesn't connect, and I think that's really where you can get past some walls is not knowing. And even in life, right, when you're in relationships with people or conversations, business dealings, personal relationships, if you really go into a situation not knowing, you really create a lot of space for other people, I think.
No expectations.
No expectations.
Yeah, absolutely. You go in and you learn and you flow with what happens.
Yeah, I had an expectation today. I knew it was going to be cold. And my expectation was met.
Well, I love the fact he just leaped in with us here, though, man. It's we put the call out without even putting anything out publicly, and I think he said the first time that we met, so you're like, oh yeah, cold plunging. Sounds like fun. What, 3 weeks later, here we are.
Here we are, yeah, we're doing it. So, yeah, I'm super excited to be here with you guys.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's just, I love the feeling of being present, being out here. Back to the e-foiling, e-foiling is like a Zen thing for me. And when I'm on that e-foil, I don't think about anything else. I'm very present and it's beautiful.
Well, one thing you just walked through that you said that stood out for me is that you can't remember the last time you were challenged in such a way, and I think that's pretty darn special.
Oh, for sure. I've had an interesting life like everybody. I left the restaurant industry a couple of years ago, which can be a very stressful industry. My health, my mental health and my physical health was at very, very low point when I left restaurants. And, the last 2 years being entrepreneurial, I've had way more time on my hands, which has been great. Really done a lot more like self-care. I would say that's been a big difference. My morning self-care routine is a big part of my life.
Yeah.
But being entrepreneurial, I ultimately do have more freedom and more maybe I don't have more time, but I have more control over my time than I did before. And in the last 2 years, I'm trying to think if I've really challenged myself, and having that freedom, having more freedom, I think maybe allowed me to stay in my comfort zone more, or it does allow you to stay in your comfort zone more. Like you kind of need to make a conscious effort to challenge yourself.
You don't have the external guidelines, right, as you do in a formal workplace to say you have deadlines, you need this done, you have this done, and you're taking it on yourself.
Yeah, and like the start of my restaurant career was corporate. I worked with Joey's restaurants, which they were actually great. They do a lot of really good leadership courses, and people that work for that company learn a lot about leading people, coaching and listening. So that was a neat experience, but the corporate world is very stressful. I'm sure you guys can relate to, right? It can be very stressful. And then I moved into fine dining, and I worked for a French chef, who's like a pretty hardcore kind of guy to work for, and that was even more stressful. So, 20 years of a stressful career. Now I float on flying surfboards.
It's awesome.
By choice.
Can imagine the thought and the courage it took to make that decision.
That was a leap of faith, and the last 2 years has been challenging. I moved back home with my mom. It's been awesome, though.
That's the entrepreneurial journey, man.
I've done it too.
And I'm grateful that I'm grateful for the opportunity, and my business partner and best friend Carrie has been amazing too. The opportunity that he's given me has been pretty incredible as well. So and that's how we met you, Mike.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's that's been a great journey ever since then as well. And then leads to Double T.
He's fighting right now. I'm not far behind you. I'm looking at you, being like, I'm cold.
It's just so funny though, right? Like you could talk for another 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Well,
He's in it.
You might have to beat this out, but my balls are really cold right now.
My function of my fingers is like...
No, it's literally my balls are like the coldest part.
Yeah, definitely.
So, it's been a slice.
Are we getting out?
We're getting out, man. Unless you want to stay in.
Oh, what else do you guys want to talk about? Right. Are we standing up?
How someone's gonna have to carry me if we don't get up soon.
Exactly. Just move your legs, get them moving before you stand up, or somebody's gonna fall over.
Ooh. All right, boys.
All right, let's get up.
Oh God. Oh, that's cold. Oh, that's cold. When you start to warm up, does it burn?
It does
it's already burning.
It does all sorts of things.
Oh. Hee 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 hee. Oh.
All right, what's the first thing you do when you hop out of the cold plunge? Put on a robe, maybe? As soon as your arms thaw out. So, second thing you do, move your limbs.
Warm up dance. You come over here, we do some push-up. Oh my God.
Turn around and you do some squats.
Oh baby.
Oh my God.
Oh, my hands are just shaking right now. Look at this camera. Just like, well.
I was just gonna say you look fine until I saw your hand shaking. Oh man.
I was just gonna ask you actually. We were talking about it in the river. You left the corporate world. You're an entrepreneur. What does the day look like in the e-foil world?
Day looks like.
What are you doing all day?
Well, it depends, but you know, I could be doing lessons and demos out on the lake, which is by far the best part. Sales, so getting different dealers. Myself, I handle a lot of shipping. If there were warranty issues or customers had technical questions, that's a lot of the stuff that I handle with the e-foil. So, but every day is different, to be honest with you. No day looks the same, and like most entrepreneurs, you know, you wear a lot of different hats, and that can be challenging, exciting.
It's different every day though.
Yeah, it is different every day, but yeah, that's I think for me that's what keeps it exciting. I like it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where are you guys manufacturing these?
We manufacture them overseas, so
Yeah.
they're made in Ningbo, China. The parts come from different, so our batteries are made in Korea. There's different components come from different places. We are currently in the process of having local manufacturing. So we've got a company up in Kamloops that we're starting to work with to get the carbon fiber work, and we're looking at buying a new 5-axis CNC machine and producing the boards here in Kelowna, which will be really, really exciting.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, so really, really exciting stuff coming up for us.
It's such a cool product, I know. I was on it for the first time like 2-3 weeks ago, and it's just so slick, eh?
Yeah,
Just not a lot of moving parts, but
no,
it just works so smooth.
there's not a lot of moving parts, and
Yeah.
it's really, really fun. I find wherever we go, people want to know all about the e-foils, and
Oh yeah, they're head turners.
definite head turners.
Standing on the side of the road getting ready, and every single person's talking to you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're super. If you want to be the cool kid on the lake, that's definitely the thing to do it.
Yeah.
Or strap on the hydrofly. Yeah. Or both.
And Mike, what's your involvement with it? Maybe just explain.
Yeah, so I mean, when I saw these things, I had to get involved. So I tried one years ago, and then I did some research and found these boys locally. And so we met up, we went out on my boat, and once I was in the water after trying it for the first time.
Yeah.
I said, I'll write you the check tomorrow. And I became their first
distributor.
partner ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so Mike's been with us since the start.
Yeah, and same reasoning. I love it. It's just, amazing to get out in the water,
Yeah.
be in your own space, solo, or you can go out with a few buds and rip around, and then you sit like you're in the surf and chat, and
Yeah.
nobody else knows where you are in the world. And so it's beautiful. It's just, something different and unique to get out.
Yeah.
Once you get practiced on the board, you're just ripping around above water in nature, taking it all in. So
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to do it again, and I can only imagine what it's going to be like when it's 30 degrees out and the water's just crystal clear and calm, and it's going to be pretty amazing.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'll make sure to link it all up too. Check these things out. They're such a blast, and you guys sell them right across Canada too, right?
Yeah,
Right into the States,
all
everywhere?
over Canada. Yeah, we are going global, but right now U.S., Mexico, and Canada. And we're looking at Europe this year and eventually the whole globe.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, well, this video is going to be massive. Hundreds of millions of views, so. E-foils, right? What is it, MSLR?
MSLR Electric.
Yeah. Maybe there's a sponsor, Mike.
if
Yeah.
you're local in the Okanagan,
Yeah, you're local in the Okanagan. Come and do a ride with these guys.
We'll get you out there. We'll
You
have
will
you
not-
flying in no time.
Yeah, you won't regret it. Amazing time. All right, dude. Well, thanks so much for doing this with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
What a fun
It's been
time.
slice, yeah.
Car's coming.
All right. Oh shit. Car's coming.
That'd be awesome if we got ran over.